Hey guys, what's up? It's Austin, also known as the Ring Cave here. Today I'm going to be doing my Big Brother Canada 5 cast assessment. Half returnees, half newbies. Let's just get into it. So I have to start off with my all-time favorite. I have my two pieces of paper full of notes here. And I'm going to start off with Neda Kalantar, who's 25 and is an entrepreneur of her own fashion line. Pretty much, she's like my favorite house guest of all time. Right next to like Daniel Reyes and all those other people. She's pretty much iconic. She wants to be more aggressive this time. She is the winner of this season. So I'm just really excited for Neda. She's already given us so many good gifts just out of that one preseason interview. So I'm just really excited. Next is Gary Levy, who's 25 and is an artist in like downtown Toronto. I won't be rooting for him, but he is entertaining. I just feel like there's better people to stand this season. I'm really worried about his conflict with Neda. There was that whole Dressgate thing. If you don't know what that is, basically Neda wore the same dress to the sideshow that Gary was on, and then Gary forced Neda to change out of the dress, and then Neda just didn't show up at all. So I don't know if they still don't like each other or if that was just like a one-time thing. But I'm really worried about his relationship with Neda, and if he doesn't like her, then he can just get evicted first. So next is Kevin Martin, who's 24. He's a professional poker player now, and he does a lot of those like Twitch video game stream type things. He was a little bit too cocky and unsocial last time. I don't think he'll work with any of the bro types, which is good because last season he didn't really connect with any of those people. And as soon as someone calls him Kevy Wevy, I want them to get evicted. That was emotionally scarring last time he was on. Next is Bruno Aiello. He is 33, a construction worker. He was annoying on his first season, and he also got rid of queens like Neha and all those other people, but he was a good gamer, so he's probably going to come back in and have a good gaming mindset, a lot of strategy. But I just remember him being really against the girls on his season, and it was so annoying. He always thought that there was this big girl alliance when there really wasn't, and it was just so aggravating. But he's also kind of boring, it seems, and I'm scared of him aligning with the newbie bros this time around. I'm really nervous if he's going to connect with all the guys on the newbie side and kind of take them in, so he just needs to go early too. Next is Aika Wong, 32, financial services manager. She's basically petty at its finest. She's the queen of shredding letters from home. She would do it again if she could. Honestly, that was probably the best Big Brother moment of all time. She's worried, or she's not worried, but I'm worried about her having conflict with Cindy because it seems like they really don't like each other according to a lot of the alumni. And I also see that she potentially doesn't like Cassandra, and that's really worrisome for me as a viewer because I really want those four returning women to work together. And if Aika has problems with two of them, I'm gonna be really annoyed. So hopefully Aika can like put all of her problems aside and just work with them, and it can be a great thing, and they can all make it to the end together. So next is Dallas Cormier. This is going to be a very controversial person that I'm about to talk about because he's 25, a lobster fisherman and welder, and you know what? Dallas is a disrespected legend, okay? He was great on his season. I don't care what anyone says. I really like Dallas. He was loyal to some of my favorite people like Lavita. And that's just that. I mean, he was super loyal. He's going to be loyal again. So I'm really hoping that the returning women can use that to their advantage and work with Dallas full length. What's really sad about Dallas is that he had this really crazy girlfriend on his season that was constantly on Twitter like talking trash about him. And apparently like as soon as he went home, like she stole a bunch of his stuff and like left him. So that's really upsetting. And he also lost his job, but now he has a job and he has a cute little puppy. So everything was good again. I feel like he's in a really positive mood. He just wants to have a good time. And I think he'll definitely make jury. I mean, he has to worry about his reputation the least because really no one remembers him at all and he didn't do much on his season. So I definitely think that he has a great trajectory to at least make jury. Next is Cindy with an S. 27, a beauty queen. She is my winner pick for this season. I want Neda to win, but I just have this weird feeling that Cindy is gonna make it to the end and win. She'll probably be a mess and I'll probably be completely wrong and she'll go pre-jury, but I just have this weird faith that Cindy will make it far. The other thing I have to say about Cindy is that all of the alumni for Big Brother Canada can choke, because literally every single alumni except for Brittany and Sarah have some weird problem with Cindy, and they all hate her for some reason, and it's just it's irritating, and it makes me want to root for her even more. Like, I was watching the Shield Show podcast with a bunch of Big Brother Canada people talking about this cast, and literally all of them just picked Cindy last for all the returnees. They hated her, and I'm done with these people. So I am rooting for Cindy even more because these alumni just don't like her. Anyways, next is Cassandra Schottenfar. She's 23, a marketing manager. She is basically a legend. She's an icon of gifts and knives. She's a villainous queen, and she wants to use the same strategy this time around but make people think that she's not doing the same strategy. I don't know if that's gonna work, but Cassandra is really underrated, but like not really at the same time. Like, a lot of people think that Tim was the better gamer and that Tim kind of dragged her, but the only reason why Tim dragged Cassandra to the end is because Cassandra got him to. You know what I mean? So I feel like Cassandra played the best game per season. I'm really excited to see what she does this time around. I know she's gonna do a lot of the same similar things, but what she did last season was amazing, so I want to see more manipulation. I think it's going to be harder for her because it's definitely going to be more tricky to manipulate people that she already knows and people that have already played the game before. But I definitely think that with this group of newbies who all listed her as like one of their favorites, I think she's going to do really well with them and is going to be able to work the newbies a lot. So those are the returnees, and now we're going to move on to the newbies who are not as fun, but they're so cool. So let's get into it. The first one is Dre Guinale. She's 25 and she's a master's student, which means that she's pretty smart. She's super extra. She has the most energetic personality out of all of the newbies, and I'm a little bit scared that her eccentricity might be overshadowed by the bigger personalities and players in the house. I feel like on a regular season she'd be a star, but in this particular season with so many amazing like returning women, I feel like she might get overshadowed. But I have hopes for her. I would love to see her be this really cool duo with Cassandra, and I think it could work out. Next is Mark Chrysler, who's 24 and he's a bartender. Pretty much he's the Corey and Clay of the season from Big Brother US. He's just super boring and there's really not much to say about him other than he likes the gym. I'm now on my second page of notes. So the next person is William Laprise Desbian, 23, marketing student and blogger. He is the more likable version of Raul. He's willing to be a villain. Super cool. I like the braces. Probably my third fave out of the newbies, next to Karen and Dre. And then all of the other newbies can just go home. The next person is Emily Hawken, 23, a musician and server. She reminds me of a combination between 4 people. Like, I thought of these 4 people right off the bat. She reminds me of Chrissy from BBOTT, Willow from BBCan 3, Maddie from BBCan 4, and Alex from BBOTT. Like, those 4 people combined is who Emily reminds me of. For the most part, that's not a good thing. So anyone who calls themselves quirky can honestly get evicted early. I'm really tired of people calling themselves weirdos with an O at the end. And then I just really find myself in a hard place rooting for people who say they're quirky. I don't know. Next is Dimitri Giannistos, who's 25, an oil field instrument technician, which is the same job that Jaren had last season. He wants to work with the alpha male bros. And he's the D-bag of the season, pretty much, essentially. And he has potential to be entertaining. Like, he's funny, you know, whatever. But I'd appreciate him going early. I just am really tired of this archetype. And I really just, you know, he can leave. He can leave like right after Mark, before Mark, after Dylan, like somewhere in that order. Anyways, next is Karen Singdale, who I love. She's 53, a real estate broker. She was originally living in America, the United States, and then she moved to Canada with her bae, her husband, and now she does real estate. Her age could be a hindrance, especially with this cast. They cast like all 20-year-olds, so she could have a huge problem. I just feel like she's gonna break the mold. She's not gonna end up like Christine, who left early and was really boring. I feel like Karen is gonna be Karen, and we're gonna remember Karen, and she's gonna be like a Rennie, and we're gonna like look back at her gifts like 5 years from now. We're gonna be like, yeah, that was Karen. She was just really funny in her interview, and I'm hoping she brings the humor. I'm hoping she's not one of those older people in the house who just is in bed all day and cleans. I really don't feel like she'll be that way, but I felt that same way about Christine, and then she ended up being a flop, so we'll see. Next is Dylan Carmen, 30 years old, a professional boxer. Apparently he's like a really big deal in Canada. Like, people ask for his autographs and stuff. I've never heard of him before. Unless you're on the WWE and you're a boxer, I don't know you. Unfortunately, I see him going far. There's just so many muscly people this season. I feel like one of them is gonna slide through and make it really far, and I feel like it's gonna be this guy. He also doesn't seem like he'll bring much to the table for me. You know, like Dimitri, he's kind of funny, but I just feel like he's gonna be funny in the sense that he's funny socially. I don't feel like he's gonna bring much to the DRs. I feel like a lot of his DRs are gonna be scripted, and I'm just not really excited for him. But next is Jackie McCurrick, who's 22, a professional pizza maker. She's the first ginger female of Big Brother Canada. She's gonna have conflict with Ika 100%. I definitely don't see her getting along with her. Especially, she said that her favorite house guest was Heather from past seasons, and she talked about how she didn't like how she liked how Heather didn't join the bullying group that season. And when she said bullying group, I was like, she's definitely talking about Ika, and I feel like Jackie's already gonna have a preconceived notion of how terrible of a person Ika is, and I just feel like they're really not gonna get along. She's a boys girl, which is annoying. She's one of those girls who think that other girls are too catty for her, and there's always one of those in every season, and I feel like she's that person who is going to be invited into a girls' alliance and then she's going to cut it down. So that's really annoying, but I'm really on and off with her, but I'm excited to see what she does because I still see potential. She's really nice, but I feel like she could also get in conflict, so we'll see how it goes with Jackie. She's definitely one of the most bizarre of the newbies in the sense that I can't really get a feel for her. So now we're going to go over some general stuff. So first off, who my favorites are. My all-time favorite for this season is Netta. Netta is life, Netta is everything. And then I'm also rooting for the other 3 returning women, Cindy, Ika, Cassandra. Those 4 are my favorites of this season, and if any of them go home pre-jury, I'm gonna have an emotional breakdown. They're like the 4 horsemen of Big Brother Canada. I mean, they really picked like the best 4 women they could have, and that's just amazing. And then out of the newbies, I'm definitely rooting for Drake, Karen, and William. I like those 3 the most. My least favorites are Bruno, Mark, Emily, Dimitri, Dylan. They just all come across as really boring, and they come across as archetypes we've seen before, and I'm just over it. And my winner pick for this season, I don't know if you can see it. Is it there? Cindy with an S. I really think that Cindy can pull through and win. I have such faith in her. I feel like she has this mastermind capability. I feel like she's gonna pull through. She's gonna do really well in competitions, and I actually feel like she's gonna win the first HOH. Usually the first HOH is endurance. I feel like she's gonna win that competition. She's gonna be able to make a lot of bonds and relationships and deals with people, and then she's gonna go to the end. And then for my first boot, I really have no idea. It depends on if a newbie or veteran wins. But if Cindy does win, maybe potentially I could see Dimitri going home. But then again, it also depends on the conflict that Cindy and Ika have, so I just have no idea how the season is going to play out. I really just based any of the drafts that I did on personality because this season I'm just hoping to be really fun and really dramatic. And so yeah, that's about it. So you can follow me for more Big Brother Canada 5 tweets and stuff at Austin Ashburn on Twitter. That's my full name. And besides that, like, I guess I'm done here. It's gonna be really fun talking to all of you guys about this, and I'll see you guys all later. Pineapple pizza is disgusting. Goodbye! Today I'm going to be reviewing Harley Quinn Volume 1.